Welcome back to another week's Tarotcast, guys, and before we get started, don't be shy, share this video with a friend, subscribe if you haven't already, and for the first 200 people to like this video, you will be visited by the team from the Three of Pentacles to help you out with your next interior design project. This guy is a micromanager, but he does know what he's doing, so just trust him. Now with that nonsense out of the way, let's have a look at the collective energy for this week. For the collective this week, we have the Eight of Swords. Now the collective is working with the world energy this month, and now we're stepping into an energy of the Eight of Swords, which is this energy of feeling stuck. And this might be because this world card, this world energy, is actually giving us all the opportunities around us that we want to do, but maybe it's just too much decisions, maybe it's too many choices, and maybe this is just making us feel a little bit stuck. Now, it's important that we need to be looking at our mental body at the moment. There might be a little bit too much going on, causing a little bit of confusion, whatever might be going on. Also, there is that element here of the truth that will set us free. So if we are holding on to a few things, if there are some secrets that need to be let out, maybe we're holding them, or maybe they're other people's secrets, who knows, but we just need to speak. The truth is going to set us free this week. Aries, this week you have the Five of Wands. Now Aries, this month you are in the devil energy, but last week we did have the Eight of Pentacles, which was to suggest that you did have the opportunity to work through some things bit by bit. Now, this week we are stepping into the Five of Wands. We do have this element of conflict. Maybe there is a bit of competition going on. Maybe this is just a matter that we need to prove to ourselves. Maybe there's something going on in our mind that is causing a little bit of conflict. Now, with that devil that's going on, we might still be having trouble breaking free from those shackles there. But it's important we need to step up our A game. When the Five of Wands comes out, it is asking us to step up. We need to pull out all of the stops. We need to show what we are made of and what we are worthy of. Taurus, this week you have the Eight of Pentacles. This month, Taurus, you are working with the Magician, so this is some good news for you, but in order to manifest what it is we want with that Magician energy, there's going to have to be a lot of continuous work going on this week. So we might want to be working with affirmations, whatever that might be, gratitude. We want to be focusing on this a lot, and we got to understand we're going to have to continue this over and over and over again. It might become boring, it might become monotonous, but do remember, once those things start to become boring, when they start to become monotonous, it is starting to ingrain into our subconscious. And this is exactly what we want when we're dealing with the Magician and we're dealing with manifestation. We want this ingrained into our subconscious. Now, understand that once you have done this work and it is ingrained in your subconscious, it is at that point you need to let go of those desires, of that manifestation. But you can't let go until it is there, until it is ingrained. Gemini, this week we have the Queen of Pentacles. Now this month, Gemini, we are working with the High Priestess. We are trusting our intuition. We are trusting our wisdom. Now, when we've got this Queen of Pentacles coming through, this is a time to really kind of be comfortable in the place that we are. She is the one that really does nest, and she's got a very nice nest where she is, and she's very giving, she's very open, she's very kind to those coming in to her place and who she allows in. So with that energy of the High Priestess, we do want to be trusting our intuition, we do want to be trusting our wisdom, and maybe we also want to be quite discerning about who it is we bring into our space and who it is that we share our home with. Cancer, this week you have strength. Now Cancer, not to forget that this month you are working with the Judgment card. The Judgment energy is about reflection, about the good and the bad, what you did right and what you did wrong, and now we're stepping into this energy of the Strength card for this week. Now the Strength card is telling us that we need to dig deep and find that strength within ourselves to move forward. We need to find that kindness and compassion, or maybe look, it's just simply going to find you. If you have been working with that reflection of the Judgment card, if you have been doing your work, it seems like you're going to be discovering something. Something's going to be bubbling up to the surface, and you'll start to feel strong in the actions and the decisions that you make this week. Leo, this week you have the King of Cups. Now, Leo, this month you are working with the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is telling us to trust that fate and destiny is going to happen the way it is. We also have to be understanding of the actions and the consequences that go with them. And now we've got the King coming through. The King is actually going to be giving us a lot of stability, a lot of emotional stability with what's going on, with what fate is throwing at us during this time. Now, the King of Cups definitely is comfortable with what comes his way. He understands when things come his way and the way he reacts, those emotions, what triggers him, but he doesn't trigger in that way. He feels those emotions, but he holds on to them and he knows how to release them in a healthy way and at the right time, but he also understands why they are happening. He understands that situation. So with that King of Cups energy and that Wheel of Fortune energy, sit yourself in this position of comfort with whatever fate throws at you this week. Virgo, this week you have the Four of Wands. Virgo, this is the same card that you had last week. Now, you are working with the Justice card, which is about making decisions that affect you, that affect those around you, and being fair with those decisions. Maybe having to be a little bit emotionally removed with those decisions, but it looks like those decisions you have been making have been the correct ones. In having this card 2 weeks in a row, this is about that stability. This is to say that whatever is going on right now, that you are aligned with those decisions that you make. So be confident. If you are still making those same decisions, whatever is going on, trust that process, because this is going to bring the ultimate stability that you need. Libra, this week you have the Star. Libra, this month you are working with the Strength card, and the previous 2 weeks seemed like you had a fair bit of work going on, and now with this Star card, this is going to be bringing in an energy of healing. It's also going to bring in a certain energy of hope in moving forward, understanding that things are really going to work out the way that they are meant to. So whatever hardships that you have been going through, you have been digging deep, finding that strength to actually step up and move forward. The Star card is actually going to give you a little bit more motivation. It's going to give you that hope, and it's going to make you feel better. In every decision that you make going forward, there's going to be an element of healing. Scorpio, this week you have the Two of Swords. Now, Scorpio, we have a warning card this week. We are working with the Tower energy for this month, so there has been that level of deconstruction going on. Now, last week we did have the Nine of Pentacles, so it looked like things were looking up and things were going well. This card here this week is reminding you to stay open and stay aware. We don't want to be blocking off our emotions. We don't want to be blinding ourselves from the truth of what was going on. After all, it says that last week things were working out and we were focusing on the abundance that we had around us. Now, if we start to block that off, this is going to stifle that construction of that tower, getting back to the glory that it needs to be. Sagittarius, this week you have the Ace of Cups. Looks like we've got new beginnings coming for you, because last week we also did have the Fool. Now, not to forget that this month we are working with the Moon energy, which is dealing with the subconscious, dealing with the shadow self. But it looks like things are working out all right. Having had the Fool and now we are in the Ace of Cups, there is new potential of these new emotions coming our way. Now, these could be some amazing things. These could be new love coming your way. No promises. It could be love with another person. It could be love with something, a project that you're doing, something, maybe getting into nature. There might be some level of these overflow of emotions coming your way, and this was because of working with the Fool energy last week, taking that leap of faith. But understand, we are still dealing with the shadow self, so continue that strength that you've been working with. Keep on powering through those fears that you may have been experiencing, because this Ace of Cups here is promising something good for the future. Capricorn, this week you have the Queen of Wands. Capricorn, the Queen of Wands is encouraging you to express yourself to its fullest. Express those passions and that creative side. Remembering this month you are in that Sun energy, so keep those high vibrations coming through. This woman is a super creator. She has that feminine energy, and being the wands, super creative coming through, super passionate. She really wears that creative side on her sleeve. We want to be flowing with it. We don't want to structure things too much this week if you've got that opportunity. We don't want to plan things out. We really want to be going on that whim, at the whim of a suggestion of doing something. If we feel like doing it, do it, okay? If we get a suggestion to do something, go with it. The Queen of Wands is a lot of fun energy to work with, and with that Sun energy this month, this is a great combination. Aquarius, this week you have the Knight of Wands. Now Aquarius, it looks like there's some exciting times going forward with this Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, he's super passionate and he's out there to have a lot of fun, but we are also working with the Empress energy this month. We do have that divine energy of the Empress coming through, and we've had previously, the previous 2 weeks were also very feminine energies coming through. But now we're stepping into a bit of masculine energy and maybe even a little bit juvenile energy here. So there's a little bit of a warning that does come with the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, he's very creative, he's very passionate, but he does sometimes do things at the expense of other people. He doesn't always stop to think about how his actions or his words might be affecting other people. So stick with that feminine energy of the Empress for this month, and do try and flow with this energy, this creative energy that the Knight of Wands does bring through. He does do it at full force, but do stop and ask yourself, how is it affecting those around you? Use that feminine energy to consider the feelings of others around you. Pisces, this week, your card is the High Priestess. Now, Pisces, we've had a lot of very strong masculine energy coming through this week. And through the month, in fact. And we did actually kick it off with the Chariot, and we had some kings, and we had the Emperor, and all of this masculine energy has been setting up a lot of structures. It's been setting up a lot of routines that now we are stepping into a place of feminine energy with this High Priestess coming through. Now, the High Priestess is telling us to trust our intuition, is to trust the messages. We need to trust in the wisdom that we have made along the way. And with that masculine energy, it has brought a lot. But now we need to open ourselves to receiving rather than doing. We need to be a bit more still. We need to receive those messages, receive what it is, whatever kind of energy, the intuition, and we need to trust that now. There's less doing this week and more receiving. Be more sensitive to what's going on around you. And that's it for this week, guys. So don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share this with your bestest of best friends. And until next week, this isn't over. We have done 4 now, but there is still 1 more week to go. So I will catch you next week for the next Tarotcast. Until then, big love. Ciao.